start with us something, because this notebook is a tool and it is a requirement for our math time. Okay, so yesterday I did post the screen of this yesterday. So if you guys, if you were absent yesterday, go onto our shared Google Drive and then you can look at this. You can even pause the video to take down the notes. If you're computer savvy, or your parents are, you can even take a screenshot of the video with the notes and print it down too. Okay, so Jackson, the shared Google Drive is the one that we did at the beginning of school that we all had to add to our Google Drive. It has like a little sunflower and it says 2020 distance learning. It's in your Google Drive. If you go to your 9 dots that make up a square, your Google Apps, you would see Google Drive. Okay, so for my friends that were absent yesterday, I am going to review. So in a way, I am reteaching. But the biggest thing you need to do is make sure you're taking down the notes. Another key is, on the paper you're working today, that's where the notes were. So if you go onto the paper that you're going to be working on today, your worksheet, that's where the notes were. Okay. So we talked about area model yesterday using multi-digit, or in this case, we started off with 2-digit by 1-digit. We talked about step 1, and step 1 is expand the greater factor. Then we talked about step 2, which is multiply to find partial products. Then we talked about step 3, which is add the partial products. And then we went ahead and we worked on some of the projects, some of the examples. Now, if you were absent yesterday, don't stress on page 16 right now. We're going to go to page 17, and we're going to do some examples of it, okay? So, everybody, let's go to page 17. Put your 17 down at the bottom. We are going to go ahead and we're going to do some examples. Okay. I need someone to give me a number with just 1 digit in it. Give me a number with 1 digit. Amber, go ahead and give me a number with 1 digit.
3.
3. Okay, let's go ahead and come over here and we're going to write 3. I'm going to zoom this in. Okay. Now I need a number that has, we're going to do 2 digits. So I need a number that has 2 digits. Quinn, go ahead and give me a number that has 2 digits.
66.
Did you say 66? Yeah? Okay. So let's go ahead and go 66. So I have 1 digit times 2 digit. Now remember, in a multiplication problem, these are called factors. I have one factor, which is a 3, and I have another factor, which is 66. Which one of those are the greater factor? Is it 3? Give me 1 if you say 3. Or is it 66? Give me 2 if you say 66. Which one of these numbers, which one of these factors are the greater factor, meaning the bigger number? Is it 1? Give me, if you say 3, give me 1. Or is it 66? Give me 2. Perfect. So the first thing is I need to expand 66. Now remember, that goes back to what we were doing in the beginning of the year. We expand it. How do I write 66 in expanded form?
60 plus
Okay,
6.
hold on. You need to be raising your hand for me, please, so I can call on you, friends. Devin, go ahead. How would I expand 66?
Six.
60 plus 6. Good job. Thank you, Devin. So I have 60 plus 6. So I finished step 1. I'm done. Now I have to go ahead and do step 2. And step 2 is multiply to find the partial products. But I need to first draw my area model. So let's go ahead and draw our rectangle. And now we have to divide our rectangle into the parts. Well, 3 represents my row. So that means I'm going to only have one row because I have a 3. And how many places am I going to divide this into according to my second factor? How many places do I have to divide this rectangle into according to my factors right here, and according to this expanded form? How many things do I have to divide it into? Okay, well, I have 1 and I have 2 because there's 2 place values. So I'm going to go ahead and divide this into 2 place values. So that means I have 60, and then I put the 6. So what I did was I brought down my 3, and then I took my expanded form and I put them on top of my area model. I like to put a little multiplication chart, multiplication sign there to remind me I'm multiplying. Now the idea with area model is the idea of how many squares, how many cubes, like I have in my hand, how many cubes fit in the area. So how many of these little squares fit in this area here? That's what area is. How many little cubes fit into this area? And to know that is we have to make an equation, which we go 60 times 3 in this first box. So let's go 60 times 3. Hey, this was just like we worked on last week, right? My fast facts is 6 times 3. What is 6 times 3? Who can tell me? Who can tell me what 6 times 3 is? Jeffrey, what is 6 times 3?
180.
Okay, but that was 6 times 3 is my question.
6 times 3?
Yes.
That's 180.
No, I said 6 times 3.
Oh, 18.
Perfect. And now, Jeffrey, how many zeros do I bring over?
1.
Perfect. So 60 times 3 is 180. You are correct. But my question was 6 times 3. Okay, so we got that partial one. But what do you think what's the equation in this box then? There's going to be an equation in that box. Who can tell me what the equation is going to be in that box? Jocelyn, what's the equation in this box?
6 times 3.
I'm sorry?
6 times 2.
Beautiful. 6 times 3. Go ahead and put 6 times 3. And we have our fast facts, which is 6 times 3 is a big whopping 18. Okay, we did step 1. We did step 2. Who can tell me what step 3 is? What is step 3? Leah, what is step 3? What do I have to do for step 3?
Add 180 to 18.
Perfect. I have to add the partials. So that means 180 plus 18. I bring that over to the side. Make sure you line up your place values. So I start in the ones place. I have 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. And then 1 plus nothing is 1. Friends, you guys are in 4th grade now. That means math is multi-step now. Notice how we've done 3 steps? So that lets me know my final answer is 100, and I'm going to put it up here where my equation is, 189, and I'm going to circle my final answer. Or you can box it if you'd like to. But I'm going to take my final answer and I'm going to put it next to my original equation, and I'm going to circle or box it. Math teachers will love you if you guys are circling or boxing your final answer. Okay, Emily, you want to take your final answer, though, and you want to bring it all the way up to the top where it says 3 times 66 equals. That's where you're going to put your final answer. Whew, I know that this is multi-step. This can be like a lot of work, but this is a method you can use. We're going to try another one. Are you guys ready? Coming up. This time I need 1 digit. Someone go ahead and give me 1 digit. Grant, give me 1 digit number.
8.
8. Okay. Now I need someone to give me a 3-digit number. A 3-digit number. Brandon.
867.
Okay, 867. Ooh, we're going to be multiplying with 8, 6, and 7s. Here we go. So our equation, don't forget the is. Don't forget the equal. Okay, so our equation is 8 times 867. Oh my goodness! We have a 3-digit by a 1-digit. Can we still do the same area model? We can, right? Even though we have 3-digit now instead of 2 digits, we can still use the area model. So according to my first step, who can tell me what my first step was? It should be in your notes. What's the first step? Natalie, what's the first step?
You expand the greater factor.
Perfect. And Natalie, which one is the greater factor, 8 or 867?
867.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and expand this. So we're going to write 867 in expanded form. Logan, help me out there. How would I write that in an expanded form?
86 and 7.
86 and 7? It's 3 place values. It's 867. How can I write that in an expanded form?
867.
Okay, so 800 plus what?
67.
Not 67.
60.
60, good. So 60 plus what?
7.
Great job, yes. See how I took each place value and I wrote the value of it? That's expanded form. Okay, so now we have to go ahead and we have to draw what now? What's my next step? Well, it's not really a step, but what do I have to draw right now? Emma, what do I have to draw now? What do I have to draw now? Oh. Emma, are you with me? What do I have to draw now? Okay, well, let me go see another friend then. Let's see here. Jordan, what do I have to draw now? What do I have to draw now, Jordan?
$18 times 180 equals.
Good try, but I want to know the shape. What shape do I have to draw down here now? What shape do I have to draw? We drew it here. What shape do I have to draw down here?
Square.
Okay, very good. So in this case, though, we're gonna divide them into squares, but we're gonna draw a rectangle first, because that's where our area model is. And we have to take all of this and we have to plug it into our area model down here. So that means we bring down the 8 because that represents our row. So I have one row, which is 8. How many place values do I have to divide my rectangle into now? How many place values do I have to divide my rectangle into now? Jules, how many place values do I have to divide my rectangle into now? Jules? Okay, friends, I've been calling on, there you go. How many place values do I have to divide my rectangle into now? 3, because I have 1, 2, 3. See how I expanded it and they got 3 place values? So I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3. And that means now I'm just going to plug these in on the top. So I have 800 plus 60 plus 7. Okay, I'm not done though, because I've only done my first step. Now I gotta do my second step. Again, friends, 4th grade is multi-step. You don't need to master this one. I just want you guys to know it because I'm going to teach you another method tomorrow. Emily, you have a question?
I was going to answer the question.
Okay, so what's my second step I'm going to do?
You're going to multiply to find the partial product.
Partial products. Very good. So that means I have to now, this first square here, I have to have an equation. I like to put my X here. I remind myself I'm doing multiplication. So that this first box is 800 times 8. Let's write that as an equation so we don't forget. $800 times 8. Just like we worked on last week, we had fast facts. 8 times 8 is, Jeffrey, what is 8 times 8?
8 times 8 is 48. I mean, no, it's 64.
64, very good. And Jeffrey, how many zeros, according to my equation, do I put?
2.
2, perfect, just like we worked on last week. See how the math is building on each other each week we're going? But I'm not done. Because I do have this one more box right here. What do I need to put there? Who can help me out with that one? Devin, what would I put there?
60 times 8.
Beautiful. 60 times 8. See how Mrs. H is touching each number too? I like to do that because it reminds me, because a lot of times when you do hand motions with it, it connects it. So 60 times 8, put it in the box. Okay, just like last week, we have 6 times 8 is, because it's fast facts, 6 times 8 is, who can tell me what 6 times 8 is? Ezra, what is 6 times 8?
48.
48. Am I done with that answer? Or am I missing something? Am I done with that answer? Or am I missing something? Let's see. Jocelyn, am I done with that answer? Or am I missing something?
I'm missing something.
What am I missing, Jocelyn?
The 0.
I'm missing the 0, right? Because I had a 0 in the equation, I have to go ahead and bring the 0 down. Just like last week, we multiply fast facts and then you add the zeros. Whew, I'm done. I'm finished, right? Give me thumbs up if I'm finished. I'm finished. I got my question. I got my answer. No, I am not. Good job, you guys, because I still have this other area. So I have to go ahead and look at it and get the equation. Well, 7 times 8. So we go ahead and put that equation. Equals. 7 times 8 is... Again, if you guys don't know your facts, make sure you guys have your sheet with you, because I'd rather you guys get the fast facts correct than to get that incorrect and now your whole answer's wrong. So I want to know what 7 times 8 is. 7 times 8.
56.
I want a hand, though. Let's see here. Wyatt, what is 7 times 8? Wyatt, what is 7 times 8? If we don't know our fast facts, I want you using that chart, please, because I want to make sure you guys are getting the facts correct.
It is 56.
It is 56. Very good. Let's go ahead and put down 56. Is there any zeros I need to add?
56.
There's no zeros, right? So I did step 1. I did step 2. But I need to still do step 3. And what is step 3? Who can tell me what step 3 is? Logan, what is step 3?
Add the partial products.
Very good. We got to add the partial products. So that means I'm adding this one, 6,400. I'm adding this one, 480. And I'm adding this one, 56. Let's go ahead and just put it to the side. Make sure you guys are adding, lining them up. Oops. Let me show you guys my screen. There you go. How funny. Everything we learned last week, we're applying it this week. Even with our adding, we're applying this week. And our expanded form we've learned, we're applying this week. Very important that all the ones place are lined up. All the tens places lined up. All the hundreds places lined up. And the thousands places lined up. Okay, let's go ahead and add. I have 0 plus 0 plus 6. Can I see with your fingers what the answer is? 0 plus 0 plus 6. Show me with your fingers. Beautiful, 6. Then I have 0 plus 8. What's that answer? 0 plus 8. 0 plus 8. What's that answer? Just 0 plus 8. Yes, 8. Now I plus 5. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Go ahead and go 3. Make sure you bring up the 1. I'm going to go 1 plus 4 is what? Show me with your fingers. 1 plus 4 is what? Show me with your fingers. Beautiful, 5. And then I have to go 5 plus 4. What is 5 plus 4? Show me with your fingers. Great, 9. And then I go 6 plus nothing is, show me with your fingers. Yes, 6. So here's my answer. But remember, I want to take my answer and I want to bring it all the way up here to my equation. So that means I'm going to put 6,936 and I'm going to box it or circle it. I know our notes can look a little messy sometimes because we're taking notes. But if there's a step that you can kind of avoid, like maybe writing this part, you guys can always do that because you can just expand it in these over the boxes. Do you think I could do the same method if I was going 4 digit by 1 digit? Could I use the same method? Give me thumbs up if you say yes, I could still use area model, or give me thumbs down if you say I can't use area model. If I had a problem that was 5 times 4,372, could I still use this method? Give me thumbs up if you say yes. Give me thumbs down if you say no. Good. I could still use this method, right? The only difference is I would actually have 4 boxes instead. Okay, this is what I'm going to let you guys do. I'm going to go ahead. Don't leave yet. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. If you need anything from this moment right now, you need to copy this down, you need notes from yesterday, or you want to continue to review area model, I'm going to stay on. But if you're like, okay, I feel okay with it, again, you don't have to master it, but you do have to choose one of the methods. Tomorrow I'm going to teach you another method. You do have to know one of the methods, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and I'm stay on. If you need to copy anything down, this is your time to copy it down. If you have any questions to me, this is your time to ask me. If you want me to help you with your math problem, your math worksheet, this is the time. Other than that, you guys go ahead and start getting to your work. Bye for those that are leaving, but I'm here if you guys need any help right now. To copy down any notes, anything. Bye, my friends. If anybody has any questions or anything, actually, I'm going to stop sharing my... Bye, friends.